Welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tarani. We're at Interrupt 2012. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. On our program, Joe Habib. He is the Director of Global Services at network optimization company Wild Packets. Joe, welcome back.
Thank you.
So this is it your second time on the show?
Third time, actually.
Third time. So,
yeah.
Okay, wow, that's great. So I figure it doesn't hurt just to give a brief overview for those potential viewers who may not be as familiar with Wild Packets.
So Wild Packets has been in the space of basically protocol analysis. We capture network traffic. We work on wired, wireless, voice over IP, distributed networks, and we basically provide a way of capturing packets at over 10 gigabits per second. We have software-based solutions as well as hardware-based solutions. And when it comes down to figuring out what's on the network, the packets don't lie.
So we've seen an incredible move to the cloud over the last few years and during the time that you've been coming on the show. How is that changing your business?
It changes on what people are focused on. Typically, they were looking at an access distribution model internally, and that they were focusing on those types of network segments. Now they're really looking at the WAN segment and understanding, what is the effect of a cloud-based service? How much bandwidth does that cloud-based service actually use? Is it really load balanced? Do I go to a single IP out there, or somehow am I going to different types of machines?
Now, from a competitive standpoint, what have you seen in the market over the last, let's say, 12 months? How you slot in with the other companies in this space?
The big thing that everybody is really focused on is with the push towards 40 gig and even 100 gig networks, it's really focused on speeds. A lot of people in the carrier space are trying to capture very high speeds. Even very big corporate environments are leveraging those 10 gig networks and not worrying about like channel bonding and things like that. So it's getting as fast as possible, and that's really been the focus, I would say.
Now, how do you deal with that in terms of the processors on the back end? How do you manage this massive increase in speeds?
So because we originally started out in the software space, we had our product actually optimized to run on Windows and capture packets very quickly. What we realized is we had to go with purpose-built hardware that was designed specifically for achieving the task here.
Now, in terms of processors, I guess it may be not as important to your customers which processors you use. You just have to deal with making sure they're fast enough, right?
Well, the processors aren't so much the issue right now. It's really the I/O bus, because what we're doing is we're saving all of those packets and we're writing them to disk. So the big challenge is finding I/O throughput that you can write to disk at those types of data rates. But as far as processing speed, we're pretty optimized that our bottleneck isn't processor speed. Our bottleneck is just limitations of I/O bus speeds.
Fantastic. So in terms of the market domestically versus internationally, are you seeing anything in terms of trends?
Both markets, in the previous, we saw that the international market had a bigger upswing. It's starting to slow down a little bit more, and the domestic market has started to do another uptake, and a lot of it has to do with the economy and such, but our biggest driving force right now is we just actually did a 6.8 release, and people are pretty excited about that.
Now, how about carriers versus enterprise customers?
With voice over IP right now, a lot of carriers, as they're pushing to this 10 gig, are very interested in types of solutions that are able to help them.
Now, your release was 6.8, you said?
Yeah.
What are some of the top features we should know about?
So in 6.8, we actually we did a lot of enhancements. We graphically provided a view across all of our distributed engines that lets you highlight periods of time and figure out top IP addresses, top protocols that are on there, so you can start to focus on what you need. We also added a feature called Save Forensics, and basically what that allows you to do is you're on a team of 5 or 6 people. I could run a forensic search and save those packets during that time, and maybe it's due to security. Now you could have access to our box, log in, and actually see that data without having to mail files back and forth around the environment. And then we also improved our expert within IPv6, because there is that trend of IPv6 and a lot of people pushing to it. Don't see a lot of market adoption, but a lot of people just wondering what are the ramifications of it. We've added more experts that are looking at IPv6 as well.
Excellent. So what's next for the company?
We're doing some stuff around multiple segments, being able to handle multiple segments. We've done a lot with visualizing data from multiple data points, and we're constantly improving upon the performance of that, and just making it easier in general. You know, our goal was speed to resolution as a company. So for us to really come out with a product that is easy to deploy, that's useful, is really the way that we keep driving. And as networks change, our company focus changes to meet the demands of our customers.
Thanks for being on the program, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you again.
All right, thank you.